Hello everyone, welcome to the Masons Online Classroom. Today, we'll be discussing Seasonal Masonry Construction, Part 2. This lesson is divided into two parts, which are 1. Requirements for winter masonry construction. 2. Methods for winter masonry construction. Through this session, we'll grasp the essentials of masonry construction during winter. First, let's begin with the first part, requirements for winter masonry construction. Based on local meteorological data, when the outdoor average temperature remains below 5 degrees Celsius for 5 consecutive days, winter construction measures should be implemented. Even outside the winter construction period, when the daily minimum temperature falls below -3 degrees Celsius, winter construction measures should also be adopted. Before construction, frost on surfaces should be cleared. Bricks can be moistened if the temperature is above 0 degrees Celsius. When between 0 degrees Celsius and below, no water should be added, but the mortar consistency must increase. It's recommended to use ordinary silicate cement for mortar and avoid lime mortar, clay mortar, or lime clay mortar. Lime plaster and electric gypsum should be insulated to prevent freezing. If frozen, they should thaw before use. Lime plaster that has frozen and subsequently dehydrated should not be used. Sand should be sieved and free from ice chunks or frozen blocks larger than 1 centimeter. During mortar mixing, employ a two-step feeding method, ensuring water temperature doesn't exceed 80 degrees Celsius and sand temperature doesn't exceed 40 degrees Celsius. The usage temperature of mortar should comply with the following regulations. When using the admixture method, it shouldn't be below 5 degrees Celsius. When using the chloride mortar method, it shouldn't be below 5 degrees Celsius. When using the warm shed method, it shouldn't be below 5 degrees Celsius. Materials on site should be categorized and covered if necessary to prevent frost damage. Blocks that have frozen after soaking in water should not be used. Maintain insulation during mortar mixing, transportation, and storage. Avoid using frozen mortar. Reference the viscosity chart for winter masonry mortar. The viscosity of brick masonry is 8 per centimeter to 13 per centimeter, manually assembled rubble stone masonry is 4 per centimeter to 6 per centimeter, and vibrated rubble stone masonry is 2 per centimeter to 3 per centimeter. For winter masonry structures, the mortar temperature should not be lower than the temperatures stated in the table below. Air temperature above -10 degrees Celsius, freezing method at 10 degrees Celsius, anti-freezing method at 5 degrees Celsius. Air temperature between -10 degrees Celsius to -20 degrees Celsius, freezing method at 15 degrees Celsius, anti-freezing method at 10 degrees Celsius. Air temperature below -20 degrees Celsius, freezing method at 20 degrees Celsius, anti-freezing method at 15 degrees Celsius. During construction under the warm shed method, the material temperature should not be lower than 5 degrees Celsius, and the temperature inside the shed, 0.5 meters above the structure, should also be above 5 degrees Celsius. For curing within the warm shed, the duration should be based on the shed temperature as per the table below. Shed temperature of 5 degrees Celsius, curing time greater than or equal to 6 days. Shed temperature of 10 degrees Celsius, curing time greater than or equal to 5 days. Shed temperature of 15 degrees Celsius, curing time greater than or equal to 4 days. Shed temperature of 20 degrees Celsius, curing time greater than or equal to 3 days. During the thawing period of construction using the freezing method, monitor and inspect the masonry frequently. Reinforce if cracks or uneven settling is detected. When using the chloride mortar method, increase the mortar strength grade by 1 level compared to normal temperature construction. Do not use the chloride mortar method for reinforced masonry. For non-freezing soil bases, construction can proceed on frozen ground. Prevent ground freezing before and during backfilling. The mortar joint for brick masonry should be between 8 mm and 10 mm, with dense and full mortar. Consider using the 111 construction method. Cover the masonry surface with insulation materials daily. Now, let's proceed to the second part, methods for winter masonry construction. Heat storage method. This method is suitable for areas with slight temperature fluctuations between positive and negative in winter, where freezing occurs at night and thawing during the day. Utilize higher temperatures during midday to expedite construction progress. After completion, Cover the wall with straw curtains to preserve heat within the wall and the heat generated by cement's hydration heat, maintaining a certain temperature for the mortar to achieve the necessary strength before freezing. Anti-freezing mortar method. According to the principle that the strength of mortar continues to increase after being frozen and thawed, with a certain strength, approximately 20% or so, a certain amount of anti-freezing chemical additives are mixed into the mortar. These additives work to lower the freezing point of water in the mortar, preventing freezing at 0 degrees Celsius without compromising its workability. This ensures that the mortar does not freeze under certain negative temperatures and continues to gradually increase in strength, thereby guaranteeing the quality of masonry. Freezing method. This approach involves using ordinary mortar without any chemical additives for construction. The method allows the mortar to freeze before solidification, bonding the mortar and bricks together and maintaining the initial stability of the construction. The mortar undergoes 3 stages: freezing, melting, and solidification. After thawing, the mortar continues to gain strength and bond with bricks, but its bonding strength may be reduced to varying degrees, and deformation might occur during the melting phase. Therefore, when employing the freezing method, both the strength during melting and stability during settlement should be considered. Other methods. Apart from the aforementioned methods, there are also warm shed, steam, and electric heating methods. These methods are generally used for specific structures with high loads and an urgent need for certain strength and stability. However, due to high costs, they are not commonly employed. Choosing the best construction method for winter construction depends on local temperature fluctuations and specific project conditions. Generally, the anti-freezing mortar and heat storage methods are suitable, while the freezing method is applicable in extremely cold regions. That concludes our lesson for today. Thank you all for watching.